Hey, what's up everybody? It's Brian Dean from QuickSprout, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get the most backlinks from every infographic that you publish. So you've found a topic, you've created an infographic, and you've published it. Great, congratulations. Here's what to do next. Your first step is to create an embed code for your infographic. And an embed code is simply a code that people can use to easily share your infographic. You've probably seen them before. They look something like this. All it is a way for someone to put HTML on their site and it automatically posts your infographic with an attribution link back to your site. And that's important because if you just put the image on your site, it's possible that people could steal the image and not give you the attribution link. Also, by having this embed code, it makes it more likely that people are going to share your infographic. And you can make one manually, but it's much easier to use this sustainable embed code generator by Siege Media. So just head over to siegemedia.com or go to Google Sustainable Embed Code Generator. And you just have to fill in the details here, like your domain name, the post where the infographic was published, the image URL of the infographic, etc. And then this code right here is what you actually put on your site. So this is like an embed code within an embed code. What this will do is actually put the embed code on your site. And I'll show you an example. So once you're done, take this code and copy it, and then head over to WordPress. But make sure not to publish it with the visual editor on. You want to put the text editor, then paste it here. And then what this does is, I didn't have an image here, so it won't show up, but I'll show you an example, is bring up this, embed this image on your site area. So what this does is it makes it very easy for people to share, because when they click on it, all they have to do is copy and paste this, head to their WordPress editor, go to text, and they can share the infographic on their site. And the great thing about this embed code generator is you can choose your anchor text, so you don't have to use money anchor text. You can use your brand name to make sure you're not at risk of getting hit by a penguin penalty. Okay, so you have the infographic on your site and an embed code. What's next? Well, obviously you want to hit up all your social media accounts, including Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, the works. The more places that you share it, the more likely people are to see it, and then they're more likely to share it. That's very obvious and straightforward. The next thing you might want to do, purely for link building purposes, but also to get eyeballs on your infographic, is to submit your infographic to infographic directories. And it's just a matter of finding them. When you find them, they're very straightforward. You just upload your infographic and write a description. And to find them, you can use search strings like submit infographic in quotes, but I prefer the in URL : submit infographic, and you can see there's 9,800 results, and some of these are quite authoritative. Let's just take a look at the first result. Yep, this isn't bad. A page rank 3, and it has 14,000 links according to Majestic. Now, a lot of times they make you pay for infographic submission. You don't want to do that. It's not worth the money, in my opinion. But it does help get the word out, and you get a link if your infographic is accepted. It obviously has to be good. But I've found this is a great way to get a little easy, free momentum for your infographic if you do want it to go viral. Another way to find infographic directories is just to search for infographic directories, and under search tools, choosing a date range within the past year, because a lot of these infographic directories, they come and go, right? They open up shop, they charge $25 submission, people stop submitting, and they shut down. So you want to make sure you have somewhat a current list, and by using these curated list of infographic directories, like from SEO, and even QuickSprout has a list of some, Moz, you can make sure that you're not wasting your time. You're submitting them to places that are actually going to post your infographic. So again, you can choose to pay. If it's a small fee, it might be worth it for you because this does get more eyeballs in your infographic, which increases the potential to go viral. But in my opinion, the traffic on these infographic directories is not very good, so I prefer just to submit to the free ones. Now, if you do want to pay, you can head over to Fiverr, and a lot of times, if you put in a search string like post your infographic into Fiverr, you can find some people. Oh, you should just put your infographic. I found that search string works better. And once you do that, click search, and you can find people that'll publish your infographic on their blog. So some will have infographic directories like this person who has a PR3 website dedicated to infographics, but some, like this technology blog, has 30,000 Google index pages. That might be worth $5 to get your infographic published on a real site. And if this has traffic, this could help it go viral. So if you have a budget for marketing your infographic, you may want to consider spending $10 or $15 at Fiverr and looking at some high traffic sites where you can get your infographic published. Now your next step is manual outreach, and this is actually the most important part of getting the most exposure and links from your infographic. So who do you reach out to? Let's say, for example, we're continuing our last video and we're going to make a social media infographic. Now you could just randomly email everyone in the social media space, but there's just so many bloggers and they're just so unlikely to include your infographic. So what I like to do is choose my targets carefully with a little bit of link prospecting. And what I like to do is head over to Visually, which we talked about in the last video, and find an infographic that performed really well there. And the most powerful colors in the world with almost 20,000 views obviously did really well. So what we're going to do is find out where this infographic got syndicated, okay? And by doing that, we're going to figure out who is likely to publish your infographic. So for example, you can put in the title of the infographic here and then plus the word infographic, and that'll bring up a lot of the places that the infographic is syndicated, like coolinfographics.com, inspiredm.com, ideavize.com. So a lot of these are sites you may not have heard of, but likely if they syndicate its infographic, it makes sense that they would be likely somewhat to syndicate yours as well. So it's just a matter of reaching out to these people and saying, hey, I noticed back in the day you published the most powerful colors in the world infographic. I love that infographic. Actually, I just published another one related about colors that work in social media, or how social media impacts your likelihood to get a job, something like that. Another way to find out where these infographics have been published is to use reverse image search. So head back to Visually or find anywhere where the infographic was published, click on the infographic, right click on the infographic and choose copy image location. Then head over to Google Images, click on the little camera button, and this will search by image. And it's kind of like reverse engineering the infographic. Click search by image. And this will show you all the places that Google has found this infographic. And obviously a lot of them are going to be like at Pinterest, which doesn't matter. But you can also find some places that you may not have ever found, like buying it on that page.wordpress.com, daily infographic, colorblind.wordpress.com, acidcow.com, columnified media. So these would be great targets to reach out to because they've already shown a propensity for sharing social media related infographics. So instead of just randomly emailing people, your target list is a little more selective, and in my experience it increases the likelihood that they're going to share your infographic. So in short, it takes a little bit of work to give the infographic that push because there's just so many infographics these days. But if you do all the steps, you create an embed code, you publish it on social media, you submit to a few infographic directories, and you choose your targets carefully about who you manually reach out to, you have a high potential for having your infographic go viral and getting a ton of high quality backlinks back to your site. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.